Hi, it's Friday, July the 20th, 2012, and my name is James Holmes, and I live in Denver, Colorado. And I wanted to make this video today really as a way of addressing a number of phone calls and Skypes and text messages I've been receiving since early this morning. I was started my day out this morning by receiving a phone call from my daughter who is out of state concerning a mass shooting that occurred in Aurora, Colorado overnight at the Dark Knight Rises movie premiere. And because the individual that has been arrested and is the suspect and only suspected shooter in this mass killing name is James Holmes, and he lives in Colorado, people from as far away as Canada have contacted me just with mostly expressions of just concern about just, my name associated with what happened and the fact that it's in Colorado. Now, first of all, the individual that is the suspect is in custody. He's a 24-year-old, and so I have him matched by double the age. And so my first concern was just expressing to all of my friends and my clients and people all over the world, because I work in the online environment globally, that it's not one and the same, and that that's the first thing I wanted to say. Second, I wanted to extend my sincere condolences to the families and the friends of the victims of this heinous act. And, I am like many people here in Colorado, in particular in the Denver metro area, concerned that, with so many people, I think it was 12 killed and over 30 injured, that, there may be people that we know that may be victims of this, and that's not yet known. But so my thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of the shooting. This individual, James Holmes, a 24-year-old PhD student, from what I understand, as I said before, and as expressed this morning by President Obama in his address, is suspected of being the only suspect in this event. Now, why is it that I feel it's necessary to, create a video? Well, number one, as I said before, I want to express to the people that have been calling me, texting me, Skyping me, that number one, I appreciate the comments, mostly that I knew it wasn't you, but I wanted to reach out to you, and because the name is the same. And the other thing I wanted to do is talk about this a little bit as it relates to my own individual story and what I do, and how this has had an overnight impact on me as a result of my name. Those of you that follow me, whether it be through my websites or in the social networks such as Facebook and Twitter or Ustream, know that my brand, my business brand, is my name. James Holmes is my business brand. It is my personal identity, and it's also my business identity. My story really, as it relates to the online world, starts back in 2008 with the implosion of the mortgage and real estate market across the United States. I had spent more than the last 20 years establishing a very successful career as a successful real estate and mortgage banker in Colorado, and have literally had helped thousands of people realize the American dream of homeownership over that time. And when the market imploded, I really was starting over. I mean, essentially, the business that I knew and had grown to love and had become very successful in its current state, no longer existed. And I found myself suddenly out of the mortgage market, away from doing the very thing that I'd spent my adult life, my professional life, really mastering. Fortunately, I became aware of this whole idea of marketing online, through websites and blogs and social networks. And I literally remade myself professionally over the last 4 years. And I'm known by a lot of people online as the cubicle escape artist. And the reason that people know me as the cubicle escape artist is what I have done is shown a lot of individuals that have been displaced during the recent economy, how to really recreate themselves, how to reinvent themselves, just like I have done personally. One of the key, core tenets of what I teach people to do is how to take control of your name and develop a brand from your name. And so this morning, clearly I've become impacted by this shooting, just by the coincidence that the individual that that perpetrated this act, his name is James Holmes, and the fact that he lives in the state that I live in. In fact, this whole thing occurred about 15 minutes north of where I am sitting in this very moment. And so whereas if you would have gone to Google or Bing or any of the major search engines just a few hours ago, you would have discovered that I dominated all those pages in terms of search engine optimization and rankings and search results, because I've done this and learned how to do this over the last 4 years. And it's the same thing that I've taught thousands of other people exactly how to do. And literally in an instant, all of that has fallen away. Where now, if you Google the name James Holmes, and try it right now, enter James Holmes, Colorado, or James Holmes in your search engine, and what you'll find is probably the first 4 to 5 pages of search results are going to be related to this particular act, to this other individual whose name is James Holmes, and to the devastation he's caused for dozens of people and probably countless family members and friends of the victims of this horrible act. So what I wanted to do in part is express to you that if you're someone that is developing a brand online, and you've done the right thing and you've developed a brand utilizing your name, just to recognize that events can happen that have an impact on you, and they've impacted me this morning. My website that's located at whoisjamesholmes.com, the last I looked about an hour ago, had over 15,000 hits. And it's people that are just simply inquiring as to who is James Holmes. Now, they're going to end up arriving at my website, and they're not going to get the information they're looking for because I'm not that person. What I'm saying to you is I now, in some ways, have the responsibility to myself and to my business to figure out a way to just spread the message to people that are searching that this is not me. Yes, I'm in Colorado. Yes, my name is James Holmes, but I'm not the person that committed this crime and is responsible for these acts. And so I want to just thank all of you that see this video, that are my friends on Facebook, my friends on Twitter, that follow my primary blog at askjamesholmes.com, or that may have visited whoisjamesholmes.com this morning looking for information and looking for answers. It's something that I never thought about when thinking about kind of building, like I said, a personal or business brand, and really using my name, which I feel a strong sense of ownership around, that I'd ever be recording a video kind of explaining the circumstances that I'm explaining and sharing with you this morning. I want you to know that I'm going to do something. I don't know quite what it is yet because this is all just unfolding, but I'm making a personal and I guess public commitment here and now that I'm going to do something to try to turn a positive light on my name brand to help the people that have suffered in this circumstance. And I know it's much too early for there to be any type of foundations or charity donation things established at this point. And but I'm certainly going to look to see if perhaps maybe through the events that happened at Columbine here a few years ago, just a few miles from where I grew up, Columbine High School, and the mass killings there, that perhaps there's a foundation already established that I can donate some money to. And as things unfold here with this specific crime that's been committed, try to be supportive and helpful, to the victims that are, have lost, family members and friends as well. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. If you have friends that are in Aurora, Colorado, or in Denver, Colorado, reach out to them. We feel these things as a community. It would be the same in any other state across this great country, that when something happens to a lot of innocent people en masse, like this has happened, overnight here in Denver, that we feel it as a community. And I feel it personally as an individual who's been listening to the name James Holmes mentioned on the news all morning, and realizing that there are people all across the country. It's happened. I've gotten Skypes. My voicemail on my phone is full. And I've gotten text messages from people. Most of them, like I said to you before, they're saying, hey, we know this isn't you, but, we thought we'd just reach out to you and, say hello and hope that everything is okay and that you're not being negatively impacted. And people that maybe thought for a little while that, what a coincidence, the name James Holmes, it's in Colorado, without the facts that came out later on. I'm sure in those early morning hours this morning, there may have been a few people that may have questioned or wondered about it. So I just thought I'd make this quick video. This is not going to be the last time you will hear me talking about this, because again, I'm needing to figure out how to preserve what I've created over the last 4 years, which is a very positive brand name online, how to address all the people that are coming to the two websites I mentioned and trying to, I guess, seek information about this individual, and just make sure that people understand that, no, James Holmes, the cubicle escape artist, who's been doing a lot of positive things to help people reinvent themselves and create incomes working from home, is not the same person that would do such a thing to take away a dozen innocent lives and severely or significantly injure more than 35 people at this movie theater. So I just wanted to come on and make a quick video. And as I think through this more thoughtfully, I'm going to figure out a way to turn something positive into this, from the standpoint of at least providing some donations and support for my fellow Coloradans, the victims of this crime. And I appreciate you sharing this video. If you think it'll help somebody or clarify things for somebody, I'd invite you to do that. So thanks again. I just wanted to come on and just express this to all of you. And for those of you that have Skyped me, who've texted me, and who've called me, I love and appreciate every one of you and your kind words of support and concern. And we all move forward together. So have a blessed day, and I'll be back in touch with you very soon.